Hi, I'm Tanner with Well Played, and today I'll be teaching you Risk. Risk is the classic tactical strategy board game for 3 to 5 players that will take anywhere from an hour or more to play. To set up, you'll place the board in the middle of the table, give each player all of the soldiers of their color, place the attack dice, the defend dice, and the deck of cards near the table, roll the attack dice, whoever gets the highest total will be the first player, and you're ready to begin. Depending on the number of players in your game, you'll have a different amount of starting infantry. With a 3-player game, each person will have 35 infantry. A 4-player game, 30 infantry, and a 5-player game, 25 infantry. The player who goes first will select a single one of their infantry and place it in any territory they wish on the board. After the first player has placed their first infantry, the next player will take a turn to place one. They'll need to place it in a new territory that doesn't currently contain any infantry, and this will continue until all territories on the board are filled. I'll fast forward the board to show you what that looks like. Once each territory has at least one infantry that's been placed in it, if any players have any remaining infantry, the order will continue until all infantry has been placed. Now following the rule that you can add infantry, but only to a location where you already have a soldier. There is no limit to how many troops can be placed within a single location. Once all of the starting infantry has been placed on the board, the first player who placed first will then be ready to take the first turn. On a player's turn, there are 3 steps that they must follow in order. The first one is mandatory, the following 2 are optional. The first one being collecting and placing additional troops at the start of your turn. The second is choosing to attack anyone in a neighboring territory. The third is maneuvering your troops to fortify your defenses. When receiving new troops at the start of your turn, you'll receive a number of infantry equal to the amount of territories you control divided by 3. You'll drop any fractions, so in an instance where you have 11 territories controlled, you will receive 3 new troops. You may then place these new troops into any territory where you already have control. When you have 5 or more infantry on the same space of the board, you may remove them and replace them with a cavalry. This is to indicate that there is still 5 value worth of power on that space, but to consolidate pieces. The same is true for cannons, but cannons are worth 10 infantry, or 2 cavalry. At the start of a turn, a player may receive additional units if they have complete control of a continent. For example, if the yellow player controlled the Venezuelan territory in addition to all their other territories, they would receive 2 additional units. After placing the troops that are acquired at the start of your turn, it is then time to move into the optional attack phase. During the attack phase, you will choose a single neighboring territory and allocate troops to attack that territory. In this example, yellow will be attacking blue from Central America to try and take all of South America for themselves. The attacker then moves any units they wish to attack with into the neighboring space, keeping in mind that they must leave at least 1 unit behind in their home territory. Then it's time to roll dice to see who wins the combat. The attacking player will roll as many red dice as they have infantry fighting in the battle, up to 3. The defending player will roll as many blue dice as they have defenders, up to 2. The attacking player yellow is attacking with 2 units, so they will roll 2 red dice. The defending player blue will defend with both of their blue units with 2 blue dice. All attack dice and defense dice are rolled at the same time. To determine the victor of this conflict, you will pair up opposing dice and see which numbers are highest. In this example, the attacking player's 4 is greater than the defending player's 2, which means that the attackers will take out a single one of the defending units. However, the defenders have a single die that is higher than the other attacking die. They will take out one of the attacker's units. In the event of a tie, the tied result always goes to the defender, so in this case, the result would still be the same, and the defending player removing a single unit from the attacking player. After this round of combat, the attacking player can decide to continue to fight or to retreat. An attacking player that retreats will remove all of the units that they moved into the contested territory back to the territory that they started from. If the attacker decides to continue the conflict, then a new round of dice is rolled. After the dice are rolled, it is revealed that the attacker wins this conflict, and the blue player is fully removed from this space, giving control to the yellow player. Additionally, anytime a conflict is won, a card is drawn from the top of the risk deck and given to the winning player. The yellow player may continue their turn by attacking other territories that are adjacent to them. Attacks may be declared as many times as an attacking player wishes, until they are ready to pass. Once a player has declared that they are done attacking for the round, they will move on to the final part of their turn, the optional movement phase. Movement allows the active player to move any of their units around so that way they may fortify their defenses for future turns. The only restrictions for movement is that you have to be able to draw a clear line from the territory you are pulling units from to the new territory. For example, the yellow player is allowed to move up to 2 units from the southernmost territory from South America to any of these neighboring territories. Had they failed to be able to acquire the Venezuelan territory from the blue player, they would not have been able to move up any of their reinforcements to this territory. Once a player has optionally done their movement phase, their turn is over and play will then pass to the left. It's important to note that during the attack phase, no matter how many combats the attacker wins, only a single card is drawn from the top of the deck during the entire attack phase, no matter how many territories are claimed. Cards from the deck will have a listed territory as well as form of unit. A card individually has no power. However, if a player has a certain combination of 3 cards at the start of their turn, they may turn them in when they collect troops to collect additional troops. The 3 types of available sets are 3 cards that each show 3 of the different types of units, showing cavalry, infantry, and artillery. The second type of set that may be turned in for additional units are 3 cards that all show the same type of soldier, in this case, 3 cavalry. And the final example includes 2 cards that show the same type of soldier, as well as a 3rd wild card, which represents all 3 forms of soldiers on it. The first set of cards turned in by a player will award them 4 additional troops at the start of a turn. The second time that this is done, that player will receive 6 additional troops, then 8, then 10, then 12. Finally, once you reach the 6th set of cards that have been turned in, you will receive 15 soldiers. And any additional sets beyond that will receive you 5 more soldiers than the previous. Once all opponents' units have been removed from the board and you are the sole player represented on the map, you are the winner of the game. We hope you enjoyed this introduction to Risk, and we hope that you found it useful. Please like and subscribe, and we hope to see you soon.